What's up? Welcome back to Wonsulting's channel. My name is Veronica. It's nice to meet you. I am one of Wonsulting's social media marketing interns. Today we're going to go over how to build out your LinkedIn profile. I'm going to make this super quick, super easy, so let's just dive right in. I want to explain this before we get into the meat of this video. To get all the little sections of like your experience, where'd you go to school, all of the sections of LinkedIn, in order to get those boxes, you just want to click on add profile section and then just click through all these little down arrows next to the main word, because when you first get onto LinkedIn as a brand new account, the sections aren't there yet. They're all at the top. So we're going to be using this fictional profile that I made for Wonsulting Wendy. Wendy is fictional, so this is not a real profile, but it is live and it is here for you guys to reference. So she has her profile picture filled in and a nice background. And I highly recommend that everyone do put in a profile picture and a background if you can, but more importantly, a profile picture, because your profile is more likely to get clicked on if you have your cover art filled in. We see that she is a marketing strategist at Wonsulting, and she's also a rock climbing extraordinaire. And she goes to San Jose State University, which happens to be my university. That's such a coincidence. And then we also have here that she's open to work. Now, I know that on LinkedIn, there is the option, if you click on this pencil right here, and you can click on this little down arrow right next to where it says recruiters only, and you have the option to put on the little green open to work frame. We recommend you don't do that because it looks desperate.
What we do recommend is just selecting the recruiters only option, and this will still show that you're open to work, but it will only show recruiters and it will not have the green frame.
So as you can see up here, if you go into edit job preferences, we have job titles, marketing strategist, marketing manager, marketing assistant, marketing intern. So recruiters will see that and know that, okay, she's interested in marketing roles. And they also have the location, so she's in the Bay Area. And we also have I'm open to remote work turned on as well, so that recruiters can see that as well. And then she's also available immediately to start working as well. When recruiters see your profile, you can click on see details under open to work. It will list everything that we just said. The next part is your about section. So your about section is probably one of the most important parts of your LinkedIn, because it tells not only recruiters, but anyone who's on your profile who you are. And I actually want to shout out 2 Wonsulting community members.
I did want to shout out Akosua Boadi-Agyemang and William Laast, because I did pull inspiration from their About Me sections, so shout out to them.
Shout out to them. I will link both of their LinkedIns in the description box. They're both amazing. They do incredible things and they're really inspiring. So go ahead and give them some love. Check them out. As you can see here, I did put some emojis in our About section. And the reason why I did this is because I think it really captures the audience's attention. And especially as a marketing role, emojis are everything. You can use emojis regardless of your industry, regardless of your role. I think emojis are just a great way, generally speaking, to grab in the audience. We have a little waving hand, hi, my name is Wendy. We have a little graduation cap, soon to be grad, a San Francisco native with a passion for creating content. The meat of your about section, you want to talk about your past, your present, and your future. So in the past, we can talk about school experience. So we put a little stack of books, talk about your past experience, your present experience, and what you did. Past and your present, you can kind of combine those, and so that can be about 4 to 5 sentences. You want to talk about your future. As for my future, I hope to one day work in X role with a diverse team, yada yada yada, right? That can be about 2 sentences, so not too long. You don't want to write your about section as like your whole life's work. You just want to keep it as short and concise as you can. And then a next point is talking about your hobbies. I put a little mountain range because she's going to talk about how she loves rock climbing. The very last thing, you want to list your strengths, all the strengths that are related to your specific field. So for marketing, her strengths are going to be social media strategy, content creation, marketing research, etc. So this can be about 5 or 6 little things that are your strengths. And you can just list them out and just put commas in between. Moving on, we have the featured section. So this is where you want to feature your work. So anything that you're super proud of that you want recruiters to see. So for example, here I have featured content as the Wonsulting Project 2020. This is actually a screenshot of my project, the one that I did. And then you want to put about like a paragraph or 2 about the project, what you did, and you want to quantify what you did if possible. So use numbers, percentages. Next, we're going to move on to the experience section. This part is really really fun because you get to list out all of the things that you've done thus far. We're gonna start with her current role as a marketing strategist at Wonsulting. So in your experience sections, you want to have about a paragraph of what you did, quantifying your work again. This is going to be 5 to 7 sentences. Optionally, underneath that paragraph, you can do bullet points to highlight the key points. And for bullet points, I would say no more than 5, because again, you don't want this to be so lengthy that recruiters can't get through it or digest it easily. Okay, and then we have the education section, and here she goes to San Jose State University, 3.9 GPA. So when you fill out your education, make sure you include your GPA because it has a little grade box right here, so you can put your GPA in there. Licenses and certifications. I would highly recommend that you have licenses or certifications because it shows recruiters that you're trying and you're putting an effort to learn things outside of the classroom. So that looks really good. So for example, here I have that Wendy took LinkedIn social media training. And if you're not familiar with LinkedIn, LinkedIn has LinkedIn Learning. And if you're a college student, you should be able to get that for free. If you log in through your school's portal, there should be something, and you could just take different classes on different things. Then you just get this little license after. Volunteer experience is really great as well if you don't have paid experience. Volunteer experience is just as important as paid experience, and it is taken just as seriously as paid experience. So definitely volunteer if you can volunteer. I know that there's volunteer experience for marketing roles because I was looking over the summer when I was applying to internships, I was looking for volunteering that was social media related, and they are out there. You just have to find them. It's always a good idea to have some volunteer experience. And again, you want to do about a paragraph of what you did, quantify your work, about 5 sentences, and then again, you can put some bullet points in there as well. Next, we're moving on to skills and endorsements. And this part is also really fun because it helps you interact with your connections. For skills and endorsements, you want to list things that are relevant to your field and things that you do. For marketing, we're going to say that Wendy is great at sales management, social media, and strategy. And if you see here, it has my name. So for my profile, I looked up Wendy, I typed in her name, I went down to her skills and endorsements. There's an option on my end that says endorse Wendy for this skill, and I just click that button. And then after I click it, this is what shows up. It shows my name and what skill I've endorsed her for. This is great to have friends and people that you've worked with endorse you for these skills because it helps you be more credible. It helps if you actually know the connection that you're asking to endorse. So you don't want to just be like, you don't know the person at all and be like, hey, like, can you endorse me for my skill? But like, you don't know them. The top 3 skills are what you want to have on your skills and endorsements, and you can list others, but make sure your top 3 are, you know, at the top of that. And then recommendations. Recommendations are so helpful because recruiters will see who's recommending you. They see that you've worked with other people who are raving about what a great employee you are. So you can click ask for a recommendation. So if I click on this and I type in, I've already recommended her, but you just type in the name of the person you want, and then you want to personalize this little message right here. I wrote her a little recommendation. Obviously a recommendation is going to be longer than a sentence, but this is just for example purposes. So then we have accomplishments. So this is also really fun because you get to kind of, you know, stunt a little bit. So there's different accomplishments that you can add. So if I click on this plus sign next to accomplishments, again, you can get the accomplishments from up above. So especially if you're a college student, I would suggest listing your courses that you've taken. You don't need to list your entire transcript, just like the core courses that you think will really help you. List any awards that you've gotten in school. You can also list scholarships if you want a scholarship. Even if you've won anything in a club, maybe you were member of the semester or something, that could be an award as well. Organizations, it's really important to get involved in school because it shows recruiters that you are trying to learn again outside the classroom. And then last but not least, you want to have some interest. You want to let people know what companies you're interested in. Just see what kind of companies you follow. And this is where we would like to work, or we just have an interest in that. If you want to connect with Wendy, you can, because this profile is here and you can just come back to this profile for reference. And we also have a lot of resources linked below. We have all of our socials linked below, so make sure you read the description box. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you are notified when we upload our next video, and we will see you in our next video. Bye guys.